Yo, what's good YouTube? I just want to go over the Boothill guide today because obviously he comes out in a week's time and I know people are going to be building him. Now you might be wondering why I'm on Su Shang. It's because Boothill is literally the 5-star version of Su Shang if you build Break Su Shang, which I did because it's just more fun in my opinion. But he literally, if you build Break Su Shang, he just power creeps her completely. So yeah, I just want to go over her because everything that I have on her I can just put on him basically. So starting off with her stats, you want to aim for 70 crit rate, 60 to 70 crit rate with 120 to 140 crit damage. Obviously, like to hit all these, because you have to hit speed, crit rate, crit damage, and break effect with this one build, it's a lot. So I'd say aim for 60 and 120 crit and then go and like focus on break effect after that, because you do need I say over 120 break effect. Like I don't even have over 120 break effect. I only have 100. So, and then obviously your base speed recommended is like 134, 143 to break those speed thresholds. But obviously the best thing is to like speed tune her to go right before your Bronya. So obviously if you're running her Bronya. So yeah, he also does give, like in his traces, like other break effect character, he's going to give probably like around 20+% break effect. So like if I were to get him and use this exact build, I'd hit that 120% break effect threshold just in case you need like more break effect. Also, don't worry that much about hitting the crit ratio threshold, because had this thing happened, I don't know, he just had like I just imagined he had like a certain trace that gave him an insane amount of crit. So, and then her light cones, obviously for Boothill swordplay once again, I mean, but obviously if you're missing some crit rate and some stats and attack here and there, then you can run this. Obviously this is always just a good hunt light cone for anything, so you can run this one too. This is really good if you're going to once again against a boss that's like 2 or less enemies, as it says. It's really good honestly, but there's not many bosses that you're gonna find that are like that. But if you do, then that's OP. But swordplay is definitely his best in slot, unless obviously his signature is insane. It's broken. I had a dream about it. I'm assuming it's going to be insane. So if you do like Boothill a lot, that's a good thing if you're gonna pull for his Lycon. And when it comes to his traces, I'd say like when you looked at the Honkai Star live stream and they obviously showed off his ult, I think if you max that first will do an insane amount of damage. So I do think you should focus that first. But after that, obviously we've seen his enhanced basic attack also in the live stream. That's obviously what you're gonna focus on too. So I'd say those are probably the first two to focus on, his ultimate and normal attack, and then probably his skill, since his skill doesn't really seem like it does much. So you should still obviously level it. I do think it's gonna be a character where literally every single one of his traces you should at least get to 8 or 9 plus minimum to do it, like, you know, especially since most DPS we don't use their basic attacks for most of them, but this is a character that we need to level it. So because of that, he needs even more investment, and he obviously needs even more talents leveled up, which is going to take even more materials and more resin. So for his relics, like I said, he's exactly like Break Su Shang, two piece break. Obviously for now that's good. You didn't hear this from me, but I will say in the future, maybe in the very near future, there's going to be a set that comes out that just fucking completely changes his whole build. So if you want to farm this now, or even if you have extra pieces like I did, you can just throw this on for now, and then when the new ones come out you can farm them, and yeah, and they're gonna be like way better than just two piece break. But for his orb and rope, I mean, Routine Arena is definitely going to be his best in slot. Once again, like I said earlier, his basic attack, I'm assuming, is going to be his main damage. Like, I don't think his ultimate, even though I did say focus it, isn't going to be his main damage. You're obviously going to focus his basic attack, and his skills always going to do some damage too because of his enhanced basic attack. So this is insane. And you're obviously going to hit that 70% crit rate threshold since it's pretty easy with his kit. So yeah, obviously you should focus crit rate, crit damage, and break effect and speed. But obviously attack percent is never bad if you can get it. So for his body though, obviously crit damage, crit rate, depending what you need. His feet, speed. He needs speed. Like I said, you gotta hit that threshold. And then his orb, physical damage bonus, obviously. Then his rope. You can either run break effect or attack percent. Once again, it's another thing depending what you need. If you hit that break effect threshold and you have more than enough, then you can just go attack percent to get more damage, obviously. So, and his Eidolons, don't really know much about his Eidolons, you know, but I just, once again, didn't hear this from me, but a lot of Eidolons recently, their E1s have been insane, so his E1 might be crazy. Just putting it out there. Anyways, for his team, like I said, exactly like Break Su Shang's team, it just, yeah, Harmony MC and Ruan made together for break teams are just absolutely fucking broken. It's insane to look at. So And then yeah, you can run her. You can run Fushuan. You can run. I mean, there's not really any break sustainer except for Gallagher, but I know most people don't have him leveled. I don't even have him leveled, but if you do have Gallagher, obviously he's like #1 for his break efficiency and break effect. He's insane for break teams. But like I said, most people don't have him built. I'm gonna build him soon. So, and I actually don't know. I haven't seen the leaks, so I don't know if there's gonna be a break effect buffer anytime. Not buffer, preservation or abundance unit. Like genuinely, like I just don't know. So for now, I'm just gonna run Fushuan until I level up Gallagher. Maybe it'll be a waste of time. Maybe they'll come out with another unit for Gallagher in the future, but it is what it is. Obviously, if you don't have Gallagher level, just use Fushuan, so she gives the crit buffs, and he obviously uses the crit rate for damage. So Army MC, like I said, insane. You kind of need her on your team now for break effect teams and ruin man. So they just, those two together just fuck. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you're pulling for Boothill.